I had a question for Cindy. You had mentioned that you had an SBA loan to help you buy your first theater. Had you applied for other loans before the SBA loan, or is that the first venue that you pursued?
When I applied at a couple banks, they wouldn't even talk to me unless it was an SBA guaranteed loan. But that was the only way I was able to acquire the first location and a year later the second location.
So it did make the difference on whether you could start your business.
Yes, it did.
And how many employees do you now have?
We have 57 today. We have about 20 of them are seasonal because of the drive-in, and the 30 throughout the year then.
And you also mentioned it had a positive experience with the SBDC that provided other consulting services. Have any of the other businesses participated in any of the programs available through community colleges, SBDCs, or some of the workforce development training that we provide funding to at the community college level? Yes?
We in Pennsylvania work with a number of economic development entities. Some of these have been the reason that I'm here today. So the Technology Collaborative is an early stage. They're very deterministic. Their money is made available on a very deterministic schedule. If it's not deterministic, we have to treat that as a windfall. There are other entities like Innovation Works that steps in with larger dollar amounts that can help us grow our business. So these have been some of the key reasons why we're here. And as tax bases shrink, to see those organizations, after they have had such a big impact on making small business possible, that's disconcerting. So we value, and because we can't afford to have CFOs and VPs of HR on our staff, these are the people that we're turning to. We still have the issues. So those are a very important part of our success.
Have you worked with SCORE at all? Some of the
We've been in touch with SCORE. Our business is a high-tech business, so we look for groups, development centers that are more attuned to our industry.
Technology. That makes sense. Anybody else who worked with any workforce development training in their communities? No. It's good to hear the feedback about some of the programs that we've initiated, of where it's working and how many folks are participating in it. Access to capital, how much of a challenge is that for all of you right now, particularly if you're working with community banks? Many of them are overly exposed to commercial real estate on their books, and that's constrained their balance sheet and limited their ability to lend. Is that an issue for any of you? No? All right.
Can I answer that?
Sure.
I've been talking about expanding for the past couple years, and about a year and a half ago, the banks are telling me, you know what, lay low, right? Just wait. And about 3 months ago, I was approached by one of my community banks saying that there was this new program going to be available through the SBA, and that they would definitely be interested in looking at the project then.
Wonderful. That's good to hear.
I would like to say one thing.
Sure.
Since we have two sides of our business, the established Geiger Fence side, we haven't had any problem getting financing. But for our new franchisees, like I said in my testimony, they are. And they are SBA-backed loans, but they still, they can do an express loan program with our minimum entry level fee, but they're still difficult to get. And I don't know really why that is. You would think that those would be fairly straightforward. And these are even people with good credit scores, with plenty of assets, even cash, to back a pretty simple $50,000 loan. I think the SBA is the community banks are a little timid on giving money to a new business,
right?
Because a lot of a franchise is still, you're still investing in a little bit of blue sky there. You're not buying,
even though the model works, they've never run it before.
That's correct. And so you're investing in intangible assets, and that's where we're seeing a little trouble.
Absolutely. And someone else had a comment. Yes.
Just real quick, one of the observations about the loans is if they require a personal guarantee, and we're talking millions of dollars, what we're asking the small business owner to do is face down personal financial ruin in the event that the business, the gamble it took did not work out. So those personal guarantees, we go through all this effort to incorporate these companies so that they're an entity onto themselves, but then we're asking the small business owner to still back up the loan.
Okay, thank you.